Krista here with another Friday 5. For some reason last week I skipped. I don't know what I was doing, but I didn't do one, and so I'm back today. Today's topic is going to be a mid-year check-in. I had 5 bookish goals for 2017, and I just thought since it's June and it's halfway through the year, let's check in on those goals and see how I'm doing. The first goal that I had for 2017 was to read or reread all of the Anne of Green Gables series. There are 8 books in this series, and I read most of them quite a long time ago, but not all of them. I never finished the whole thing. So this year I would like to read the whole thing. And I'm doing pretty good with this goal. I've actually read the first 4 already. I've completed Anne of Green Gables, Anne of Avonlea, Anne of the Island, and Anne of Windy Poplars. So I'm halfway through my goal, which is really good since it's halfway through the year. To finish up this goal, I have to read Anne's House of Dreams, which I think is about the shortest of the whole series. Anne of Ingleside, Rainbow Valley, and Rilla of Ingleside. So I'm excited to finish this whole series. I'm doing really well. I'm glad to check in with the first goal being right on target. The second goal that I had for 2017 was to use a book journal. I was gifted at my birthday last July this book journal by my friend Lisa at Brand New Book Smell. And I also have another that I purchased one time at an independent bookstore. I'm sad to say that I haven't been using this really at all. I have to find my groove when it comes to writing while I'm reading. I don't at all. I don't write down quotes. I don't write down things that I'm thinking about while I'm reading. I just like to read, and I get so caught up in the story that I just don't want to stop to write anything down. So I should learn to take a few minutes when I finish. I'm pretty good about keeping up on Goodreads, but I haven't been using a journal at all. I'm not going to get rid of these because I would like to do this at some point. There's still 6 months left, so I can get my butt in gear and work on that a little bit for the rest of the year. The third goal that I had this year was to read 12 nonfiction books, and I'm doing really well with this goal so far. I've read 8. And half of 12 is 6, so I'm above my goal. I'm doing really good. I'm gonna actually say 7 because one of the nonfiction that I read was Total Money Makeover, and I didn't really read through the whole thing. It was a reread for me, so I just skimmed to the parts that I needed to kind of get re-motivated with my finances. But other nonfiction books that I've read this year are Mouse 1 and 2, which are graphic novel memoirs based around a World War II experience of the author and his father. Well, his father, really. Just most recently, I read In Order to Live by Yoon-mi Park, which is her memoir of escaping from North Korea. So good. I read The Little Book of Huga, which I didn't really love, but it was an interesting and rather quick read. I read Kidman Reformation for Work, which was written by the Tornado Twins, Ruben and Ephraim. I don't remember their last name, but they're called the Tornado Twins. I read my cousin's book, Our Broken Hallelujahs by Rebecca Bertram, a devotional Christian book about giving our brokenness and our pain to God and seeing how He can fill us with grace and love and purpose in the midst of our brokenness. The last nonfiction that I read this year is Love Warrior by Glennon Doyle Melton, which I didn't really love, but I'm glad that I read it. On my currently reading list on Goodreads, I do have a couple more nonfiction that I'm in the middle of, so I'm really on pace for completing 12 nonfiction. I'll probably exceed that actually by the time the year is over. So yay for me. I'm doing really good on that one. The fourth goal that I had this year was to read 5 classics. I did a Friday 5 a while ago about classics that I would like to read this year. I've read one of them off of that list, I believe, so far. So I've completed Jane Eyre, which was my first time reading through Jane Eyre, and I'm so glad I did it. And actually this morning I watched an adaptation that was on Netflix, and it was so good. I love the story of Jane Eyre now. It's quickly becoming a favorite. I read The Perks of Being a Wallflower, which I think can be considered a modern classic. I read Fahrenheit 451, which I believe is also a modern classic. I read 4 Anne of Green Gables books, and these are classics. They were written in the early 1900s and still super popular and beloved today. I'm not really counting the Anne series though because they had a goal of their own. I've started reading North and South with my Goodreads group this month. This is our pick of the month, and this is by Elizabeth Gaskell. I'm really enjoying this so far. I am typically someone who likes to read lots of books at once, and I'm realizing with this one, it's better if I just focus on this. So I finished up another one and I'm going to just focus on this for this coming week. Hopefully have that done by the end of June to read along with everybody in my Goodreads group. Join us if you're not already. In August, my Goodreads group will be reading Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, which is another classic on my list of ones that I wanted to read this year. So that would be, let's see, Jane Eyre, Perks, Fahrenheit 451, and if I finish North and South and Rebecca, that is 5 classics. So that would be awesome if I can do that. However, I'm also super interested in reading Emma by, oh my word, by Jane Austen, and I won a giveaway from Elliot Brooks on her channel, and she sent this to me from Book Depository. Thank you so much, Elliot. And she also so kindly sent me Sense and Sensibility as well, which is amazing because this is the editions of the Jane Austen books that I would like to collect. I don't have a full complete set. I actually don't know. I think I own a really ugly copy of Emma, which I'm now going to get rid of because I have a beautiful one. But I think that's the only one that I actually own. So I'm looking forward to collecting the rest of these. And I would like to read Emma this year as well. So I'm really doing good with that goal as well. So I'm like, what, 3 for 4 so far? The 5th goal that I had for this year was to read 85 books. And this is just the Goodreads challenge. I would like to read 85 books this year. And I'm ahead of that goal as well, guys. I've read 48 out of 85 so far, which puts me at 56%. I am doing really good with that one. I've been loving so many of the books I'm reading this year, and I'm super impressed and proud of myself for doing so well with my goals. So that's my Friday 5 for today, just a goal check-in. I would love to hear if you had goals for this year, how you're doing with them. Tell me one of your goals and if you're on track, if you're behind, have your goals changed throughout the year? I know that often happens with me, that my goals kind of change throughout the year. I would love to chat with you about them down in the comments. I will look forward to seeing you in another video soon. BookSwapAthon is coming up in just a few short weeks. I will be putting together a TBR soon and also letting you know about some fun challenges and prizes that could be coming your way. So stay tuned for that, and I'll talk to you very soon. Bye!